Hello everyone, I'm Victoria. Welcome to today's video. And yeah, I want to ask you guys, how are you? How are you feeling? I feel like recently there's been a lot of energy coming through and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling powerful and I feel like the energy that is coming through just feels so strong. And I don't know if it's because it's just so much stronger, which it probably is, but also because my senses are just so much more refined. So I'm wondering if you guys are feeling some of that too. And yeah, anyway, today we're talking we're talking about a message that's coming through from a very interesting place. It really feels like our ancestors, but also us in our past lives. So the past lives that we've lived, or I guess parallel lives, because they're all really happening at the same time, since time is not linear. So these parallel lives that we're living in, where we're, if we're on Earth, we could be priests, priestesses, really spiritually apt humans or other beings, or on other planets where we're just so much more advanced, and our knowledge is just much bigger than what we've ever had here on Earth. So information is coming through from these places, from these parallel lifetimes, parallel versions of us and ancestors as well. And one thing they told me before I pulled the cards was, don't underestimate the power of the tribal dance. And they literally showed me tribal dancing, I guess. And what they said was, there's a very good reason why it's danced the way it's danced, and the steps and the beats are the way that they are. And we can find out why that is. And they said, whatever dance you're drawn to and that you're dancing to, is what you need to be dancing right now. So if you're drawn to a specific style of dancing, let's say, there's a reason for that. There's energy that you need from that specific dance. There's something about it that can tell you a bit of where you're at as well, and your own energy. So if you feel like dancing, if you've been feeling like dancing or been drawn into some kind of dance, think about why, and see what kind of information will come through to you. You might be surprised. Or maybe nothing will come through, who knows. Anyway, that's really interesting because it also felt a bit like a metaphor. It could be taken in a more than this kind of way. The dance that you're dancing, it's not just about literal dancing, but the dance of life, the way of living. So yeah, a lot to think about in your spare time, if you have any spare time, of course. But it's interesting that came through, because today I was listening to a video and I just felt like I needed to kind of move my body and dance in a specific way. So yeah, it's really, really cool. Synchronicity. Anyway, we have some interesting cards here. This is a cute little deck. It's actually like playing cards. I think the game is called Seven Families. And it's in French, but I don't know French, but this part is in English. But yeah, it's a really cute little pet shop deck, and interestingly enough, I had really similar figures from my childhood of these three that came out. This is gerbil, but I think this is a chinchilla actually, and not the right bunny, but close enough, and the cat is pretty close. Anyway, enough of my human nonsense. Let's get to the message. So we have here the bunny, which is in the village, and actually the number here is number 3, and the gerbil on the terrace is the number 6, and the kitty at the restaurant is number 1. So we have 3, 6, and 1, and already, there's just so much to talk about. Just from these cards, it's kind of crazy, you can receive messages even with cards that aren't tarot or oracle. You can receive messages in any way. You don't even need these tools, but it's fun, isn't it? And it's pretty to look at. So we have the 3 here starting off. And instantly when I saw this card, what I noticed was that this rabbit is black and white, and it just came to me, black, white, the dualistic nature of our universe, the twos, the opposites, coming from the one. From the one came the two, and it's. I don't know, this is coming through now and it's kind of like weird. From the 1 came the 2, but the 1 didn't cease to exist. So these 2 are there and the 1 is still there. So it's technically 3. So that's why it's the number 3. And so 1 plus 1 isn't actually 2, it's 3. Because the 1 is always staying. So if it shifts, if this is divided into 2, this first one still exists. So there's still, I don't have a third hand, but if I did, it would be here. So yeah, there's the 3, and that 1 is watching and seeing itself through in different ways and in different the different dimensions. They're looking at each other, and the different ones, they're also looking at each other. It's the Trinity. So it's so important. And then we have the 6, which is literally kind of feels like it's telling us to remember our 6th-dimensional self, because here we are incarnated as humans, and we have our Holy Trinity here. Our body, our physical form, our spiritual form, and our why is the word escaping me? I guess we can talk about it's the soul form, soul and emotions, spirit and mind, and body and physicality. So the 3 parts, the Trinity, and that's what we're in now. But remember that you're also in the 6th dimension. So this message could be coming from literally our 6th-dimensional selves. Remember that you're still that thing. Just because you split off doesn't mean that you're not still there looking at yourself. So you're looking at yourself, and it's so funny because you're looking at both versions of you. So imagine that you split yourself into 2, and it's like making 2 characters in a video game. If you guys ever played The Sims, this is just such an easy way to explain it for me. If you ever played The Sims, where you can make characters, families, blah, blah, blah. If you make 2 characters and then you're looking at them, it doesn't matter what kind of characters they are, you can play with both of them. And that's you, but you're looking at them through the screen and you're controlling them, getting them to do whatever. So remember that, right now you're looking in the point of view of one of those. Remember that there's another part of you. And remember that it's not even just one, because we're not the first split here. We're I don't even know which one, like many splits. And most likely because most of us are higher level souls, we have other souls that split from us as well. So in your life, you've most likely met at least one person or being, because sometimes these souls can incarnate as something else, like an animal, even a rock, a crystal, and be there to support you in another way, like a tree, or a human. It could be a human or an alien, or something else, a planet, a galaxy. Anything is possible. Anyway, that's split from you. So you probably met at least one of those splits, at least one. So isn't that crazy that the soul that split from your soul is here, living, existing, and you can meet them? And you're basically like a soul mother and father to them. So I feel like they're really trying to remind us, like, to think about this, think about these things, because it kind of opens your mind and it helps you grow and it helps you understand more things. And think about your sixth dimensional self that's looking at you and that you're still that self. Imagine that, like I was giving that example with The Sims. Let's say that you can put on a VR headset and you can play as only one of those characters and see from their point of view. You're getting engrossed in the game, you're feeling like you're that character. Then you might remember, oh yeah, this other person that I made. Let's say you made a female and a male so they can have a family, blah, blah, blah. Not the, yeah. So you're playing as the female, because of course I would play as the female. So I'm playing as that female and I'm looking at the guy and I'm like, oh yeah, I made this character too. But right now I'm playing as the girl. But I could swap to that one, but I don't want to because I don't think the game would. Let's say the game doesn't allow you. So right now we're in this kind of game that it doesn't allow us to swap into another body. We stay in this body and we do whatever we want to, I guess, with it. But remember that you also made that other character. That's not a separate creation. You created that. It's still you, and it's still you that's inside that one. It's just that you split your consciousness, and one is in this body that you're inhabiting right now, and the other consciousness is in that other body. And you're having the different experiences, but that sixth dimensional self is seeing, so the player of the game, of the computer game, is seeing everything, is seeing both of them. So again, remember that. And I feel like just knowing this helps us kind of be more sympathetic and compassionate with people, because you understand, yeah, I'm having this experience now, and I'm here to do what I'm here to do, and this other person is here to do what they're here to do. I mean, even imagine like you split yourself into one being of light and one being of darkness. So you're creating light. Us, we're here creating light, but maybe we also split into some kind of really lower vibrational being, and we wanted to experience that at the same time. So we're experiencing it, creating darkness and light at the same time. One cannot exist without the other. What came through to me a bit earlier today is, we love our mothers because no matter what, no matter how they treat us, there's love there for the mother. Because without our mothers, we wouldn't exist. That's just a fact. Without the mother, you wouldn't exist. And that oneness is our ultimate mother. But from the one comes those light and dark. So we love the light, yes, we love it, we love the light, we want to be in the light. But the darkness we shun. Why do you shun the darkness? Why do you hate it? That's part of your mother. You came from that. If that didn't exist, you wouldn't exist. So don't hate it for existing. Just accept its existence. Accept that it exists and it has to exist so that you exist. Because otherwise things just wouldn't work. This is the way of our universe. This is just how it is. And that's what they're trying to tell us and explain to us right now. Remember that, you can split into so many beings. You can be in any dimension at any time, but you still come from that one. And you're still part of the one. You're never disconnected. And no human, no being, no nothing in the universe is fully disconnected from the one. It cannot exist if it's disconnected from the one. So everything is connected. Don't hate anyone or anything, because it's all a part of you at the end of the day. Whew! Wow, powerful message. Yeah, and let's even talk about the meanings of the animals themselves. So with the rabbit here, I feel like part of it is that's really coming through is fertility. Rabbits' fertility. And not necessarily you having to, oh, let's go now, you have to create more humans. Maybe some of you do need to start thinking about that, creating more humans, because if you, a being of light, creates another being of light and teaches it and raises it in the ways of the light, then you are creating more light. I'm saying this because I know there's some people out there, I don't know if anyone who was gonna watch this is like that, but I know there's some people who believe that, people shouldn't have kids because the world is awful. If the world is awful, why not make kids so you can make the world better? Unless you think you would be a bad parent, which is a whole other thing, you need to work on. But anyway, I really feel like this is coming through to tell us that fertility, it's time to be creative. The creative juices are flowing. I mean, we have the orange cat here, an orange sacral chakra. The creativity is flowing. We're fertile. We're literally being given energy and the ability to produce. So it's time for us to produce what we need to produce. A lot of creativity, inspiration is going to come through to us and is already coming through to us. Yeah, I can feel it. I mean, look at how I'm talking. Listen to the energy coming through me. It's just so beautiful and energizing, what is coming through now. And we're being given this so that we can create. And the more you create and you share, the more you will find the people that you need to find. Gerbils, they're very social, creatures. Most rodents, I'm pretty sure, are very social, and a lot of them need a pair to survive. And they can't survive by themselves. They need another, at least one more, so that they can be together. So we are like that too. Even if you feel like, an introvert and like you love being alone, you still need the connection. And you always have that connection with someone, with something out there. It's so weird. What's coming through is that you're never alone, and you kind of know it. Even if you feel like you're alone, your soul knows that there's other souls out there that are there for you, even if they're incarnated here or not. And also it knows that there's literally people here incarnated that are part of your soul family, your soul group. You're literally a part of your soul. It knows that. It knows, and it knows it's supported. So you always know. It's just that our human brains, our egos, they're out there thinking, oh, I'm alone and I prefer being alone. No, you don't. Honestly, no, you don't. Now you're gonna want to be around others. So be around the people that you love, and make sure that you know who really is worth your time, who loves you back. I don't want to say, I was gonna say, I feel like quite confident that right now I'm not giving my energy and attention to people who, aren't giving me at least the same. But there was a time in my life that I was giving away lots of time, energy to people that just, it wasn't what was best for me, and they were not the best people for me, and they didn't care as much about me or put as much into the relationship as I did. And I'm sure that many of you have the same, either now or in your past. So make sure that you're always assessing that. How much am I giving into this relationship? And am I receiving just as much? And why, the answer is no? If the answer is no, it's not the same, it's not equal, why? And is it worth even working on this? Or is this person just someone that, it's time to leave behind? And it might sound sad, but sometimes we have to move on and find someone new. And you will find someone new. All of us will start finding people. Now is the time. I feel like now is the time for us all to find each other. We're finding all of each other online, like this. Like, even me making videos, I'm finding so many of you. and we're finding each other, we're sharing, we're getting to know each other, I guess. It really feels like, don't limit yourself to the people you communicate with, and find the right people for you, because your tribe, I don't like saying that, your tribe is out there. And it's time to find them, and it's time to spend time with them. And I feel like the more we create together, like, we're here together for a reason. I have the skill set that I have, you have the skill set that you have, that other person has the skill set that they have, for a reason. We're supposed to work together. Our creative juices need to flow together and make something beautiful. I'm not gonna make something beautiful all by myself. I'm gonna need help. For example, when making like cards like these, it might have been just one person working on them, but it might have been a few people working on them. And you need that teamwork, that team effort. That's when things shine even more. And with the right people, it's when things shine even more. You can see when something is made and there's dissonance in the group, and when there's harmony in the group, when this group was divinely put together and create something beautiful, and with energy and magic inside it. And the orange cat, vitality, happiness, creativity. I feel like just so much good energy is coming through from this cat. And there's again the sacral chakra, but with the green, it's connecting the sacral to the heart. So connecting your sacral to the heart will be really important now. Maybe there's some things that you need to clear from one or both of these chakras as well. Some past heartbreaks. If you're feeling like, I don't really want to be friends with anyone, I'm a bit scared, it's probably because you have past issues with people, and you need to let go of that. You need to heal that, because there's new people coming in, there's new energy coming in, and it's time. It's time to get together. It's time to start working together. It's time to start creating together. Do collaborative projects with people. Do things together, or just talk. Just share ideas. Share your experiences. That is so important. Don't feel like, it just might not matter. Share whatever you feel like you need to share. I didn't even mention, someone recently sent me an email. If you're watching this, you know it's you. And reminded me about how I said in one of the videos that when I was a child, I used to be obsessed with the number 3. But I don't think I mentioned that I was also obsessed with the number 6 first, and then I went to 3. So that was really interesting. Going from the 6th dimension then to a 3rd dimension, and then, I guess I forgot all of that. I became too old. But yeah, there's a reason that you feel like you need to message or email or talk to someone. Do it. Follow that instinct. Follow. Let's see what other cards came through. I've been talking so much just with these cards. So we have showing up and ring around the fairies. No surprise here that both of these are coming through. Showing up. How are you showing up for not just yourself, but for others? It's time to start showing up for others. And there's something about selflessly helping and selflessly just giving someone a gift or making their day better, smiling at someone when you're shopping, just smiling at the checkout lady and making her day better, just saying, I hope you have a great day and I hope you're doing well. Just making someone's day better. How are you showing up in the world? If you're just, living your day kind of nonchalantly, and that's fine, but it's time to start showing up more. You are being given energy. You're being given good energy. It's time to start sharing that and doing it consciously, not oversharing. And our goal is not to deplete our resources. Our goal is to fill our cup and let the cup overflow. So all of that overflowing, give. Do something nice. If you're able to, if you have like some extra money, give someone a gift. Or if you have extra time, you could do something nice for someone. If you have energy, you could just I don't know, smile. Again, smile at someone outside. It's just so nice. Brings up the energy of everyone. And ring around the fairies. Again, together, doing things together with others. Meditating together. That one is so important. And I'm being reminded, one of the meditations that I did, I think it's the persona meditation. I'll try to link it here or in the description. In that one, what came through was forming a circle together, so that together we can have a more powerful experience. So always, when doing spiritual practices, trying to form a circle with, whatever kind of intention you want to set. Sometimes I set the intention or say that, whatever spirit or whatever beings want to come help for the highest good of all can join me in my circle, and we can, make some magic happen. Of course, I don't word it exactly like that, but kind of. I'm sure you guys can come up with something better than me. But yeah, it's so important. Circles are so important, and connecting with others. And not, yes, of course, it's so strong when people are all together in one place. Yes, yes, absolutely. But don't underestimate the power of remote things that are remote. And the more that you believe in that, the more effect it will have on you. Just because you're experiencing something, like, for example, that meditation that I recorded, just because I recorded that, however much time before, doesn't mean that your experience will be less good. Just because you're watching this after I recorded it doesn't mean that, the energy is not coming through in the same way to you. It is, because ultimately distance and time, they don't really exist. They exist in the game, I guess, our game of life here in the code, but we can like get over that, go above that, and it's like hacking the system in a way. Because we don't need to conform to these limitations anymore. Oh my god, and that's so amazing. It's like I got a flash of the future, and it's like these limitations, you can kind of go above them. Yeah, some of them are there for a reason, and you should follow them, but some of them you can most definitely go above. So don't underestimate the power of these videos or anything, and just setting that intention again, like the one I said, whoever wants to come and help, and that could be even someone else, like an ancestor of yours, me joining you in your meditation. I don't know, whoever needs to come through will come with you. And yeah, it's just important to start utilizing these tools, because they're there for us. They're there to make things more powerful, I guess. And we also have charity here, and yeah, I already kind of talked about that. Thanks though. The meditating together in a circle, doing things together, praying together, even doing things like contemplating your issues or your life or whatever you need to at the time with someone else, it can be so powerful. That's why people right now just love therapy, because you get to go and share all of your issues with someone else, and they get to, in some way assist you. Either, explain to you some things, or just be there like a shoulder to cry on in a way. And it's just so powerful. Again, we are here all together for a reason. If you could do everything by yourself and you didn't need anyone else, then you would be on the planet all by yourself, but you're not, are you? You're here on Earth where there's many, many, many people and many of us. So time to start getting acquainted with more of, I guess, us and our group and your own group, because you're part of a group, and then you're part of an even bigger group, and then in that bigger group, maybe everyone watching this video is a part of that group, or maybe even the small group is everyone watching this video. Who knows? Yes, so expansion. I really, really strongly feel like the energy coming through now is just an expansion of our minds, an expansion of our souls, and an expansion of our beings. Our sixth dimensional self, they're watching us, they're sending us, our higher self is sending us this energy now. They're telling you, you are ready. You're ready to receive this, so you're receiving it now. Whenever you're ready to receive, I always send it to you. But if you're not ready and I see that you're not ready and you're asking for it, I'm not going to send it to you. I know what's best for you. That's what they're saying. And now it's your time to expand. Your consciousness is expanding. You're understanding the connections between all things. I mean, I was explaining the beginning, 1 + 1 is 3, apparently. Understanding the connections that you have with other people too, because it's so important to understand your connection with every single person in your life. And sometimes, I've been told by some higher selves in past life regressions that sometimes there's like parts of your soul, how I was saying that they can split from you and maybe you're split from them. You can even meet them and not even notice, because you might not supposed to be meeting this person in this life, but they're there. So they're always there. It might be someone even that you don't feel like is such a big influence on you, but they might be a part of you. You never know. But start to think about that. And we also have karmic relationships here. Of course, we have this card coming through. I mean, talking about that, the connections between us and, well, even each other, all of us watching this video, we are somehow connected. We come from the same node, and yes, that it might go back to the first one, the source, or it might go to some of the branches, but we're all connected. And that's why you feel in a way connected to me and to others that you meet and you watch, and you feel that connection because you know that in a way you're them and they are you, and in a way that you've met before and that you felt their energy before. So important. The connections are all there for different reasons. Some connections like that are there to support us, just to support. Some are there to help us grow, and sometimes that can happen with conflict. And conflict is one of the easiest ways for us to grow, because when there's conflict, you're kind of forced to change. Because if you don't change, then you can choose to not change, I guess, and then things will probably get worse. But most of the time, people do choose to change. At least us, the people watching this. I know there's people out there. I personally know some people like that who just choose not to ever change. And it's their way or the highway. But I'm sure we're not like that. But yeah, understand the connections, understand why they're there. And I feel like you're going to be given a lot more hints about that, and a lot more just information about who you're connected with and why, and a just bigger understanding of things. And we also have the seeds of Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing consciousness to light. And of course, this card is coming through. Mintaka is a part of the Orion constellation, and it's a very important star in the Orion constellation. I really feel like it's there's a reason it's coming through. Yes, bringing light to things, again, bringing the unconsciousness to light. There's a lot of information that's going to be coming through to everyone about the relationships, about the connections, about the world itself, the universe itself, understanding things more. But something about waves, creating waves. The more you share, the more you create, the more you embody the higher self, the sixth dimensional self, the other selves, the more waves you create. And those waves are like washing over everyone around you. You are creating many waves even if you don't realize it. Another thing I feel like I should mention is I also made a meditation to connect to Mintaka. So since we were talking about meditating and meditating together, maybe you're going to want to check that meditation out too. Let's all meditate together in some kind of way. I mean, I'm trying to help in some way with these videos, meditation videos, but maybe you guys can make meditation videos too, and you can send them to me, and we can all do them together. Let's meditate together. Let's make even more waves together. We also have Cosmic Emerald here. Create perfect health, access divine abundance. And again, the green color, like I was saying, something about the heart chakra, accessing and connecting more with your heart, and the sacral chakra, connecting them. And it's a really good point, accessing divine abundance. You access it by you create, so you're creating your own abundance. So when you connect the heart chakra and the sacral chakra, you're creating this love, you're creating the abundance. And the more you heal yourself, the more you create abundance, but like not exactly abundance, that's not the right word. You're creating a better place for yourself, a better world, a better life. It's good because you're healing, you're releasing, you're a clearer vessel, so more good things can come, and you're calling in good things, so more good things are coming to you. So keep doing that. Keep working on your health. Also, an important message that's coming through right now: make sure that you're taking care of all parts of you. Physical, the three is the Trinity: physical, mental, and emotional. If one of them is lacking or slacking, it's gonna create a chain reaction where all of the others are gonna start falling apart. For example, if you're slacking with the body and not taking care of it, because let's be honest, most people are slacking on that one. Well, not most people. Yeah, most people. Eating unhealthy, not taking enough rest, not getting enough rest, and not just not taking care of your body properly, you're gonna have issues allowing all of that light and information in, because your soul and your consciousness is moving and heightening in a rapid way, but your body is slacking and like a slog behind. It's like sludge dragging you down. It's dragging down the other parts because you are not allowing it to heal. It has so much shit in it. I don't know who, but someone out there has so much shit in their body. It's just keeping you down. And if you have issues with your physical body, now is the time to start healing, because more energy is coming through, and the more you heal, the easier transition you'll have. The less you heal, the more pain you will experience. So the clearer you are, the clearer your body is, the less physical aches you're going to have when you get upgrades, for example. If you're not, then you're going to get headaches, you're going to get issues, other issues. And no one likes health issues. I don't like health issues. I don't want to deal with health issues. I've dealt with enough in my life. So I'm trying my best there. And I hope you guys can try too, because the healthier we are, the more we can do, and the happier we can be. And I want everyone to be happy. I want everyone to be healthy. I hope, I'm sure that's not selfish. That's just my wish for all of us. We also have soul satisfaction. Honor your uniqueness and do what makes you feel good. Exactly. The creative energy, it's going to start flowing outside of you. It's going to start overflowing. Create. Do what you love doing. Talk about what you love talking about. If you love movies, find a place where a lot of spiritual people talk about movies and share what you love and what you don't love. If you love something else, astrology, join a group that loves astrology and talk about it. It's just so nice sharing and talking with people. And even if you don't say anything, Just looking at people and what they're sharing is also nice. I mean, it's kind of what you're doing now. You're watching this video and I'm just sharing what information I'm receiving. So it's kind of like you're watching a conversation between me, who knows nothing, and I guess my higher self, and maybe your higher self is there too, and our ancestors and our past selves. And we're getting taught some important stuff now, I guess. But yes, do what you love. Express and have fun. Have fun. The more fun, like, the more you're having fun, the less you're gonna want. There's something coming through that's about, if you want a lot of things, like especially physical things, it's because you're not having enough fun in other ways. So you're not enjoying your life enough in some other kind of way. So it's expressed in this kind of want. Oh, I want a new car. You don't actually want a new car. I feel like you're wanting that because there's a need of something. There's a need of some kind of fun. And that fun doesn't need to come from a new car or, I don't know, a new whatever you want. That can come from something else. And a lot of times that can easily come when you're together with someone you love and you're having fun. I feel like a lot of couples and just people, like really good friends, they don't need to go out and spend a ton of money to do stuff and have fun. They can just be in a room together and just talk, or they can be outside and just talk, or just be together and do something. You don't need all of these things that you might be wanting. So remember, if you feel like you're stuck in wanting, especially physical things, material things, then try to figure out what is missing. Anyway, angel with the flower garland. I am the magic in your heart. Open your mind and listen and shine out to others around you. That's exactly what we've been talking about this whole time, but nice way to summarize everything. You know, the magic from your heart, this part of us, our higher selves, this is what's coming through, is our higher selves, our past selves, our ancestors, they're all a part of us. They're all there in us, inside us. And if we allow them to come and shine and be, then, and also if we listen to them and allow them to assist us, they will bring through so much energy that is like needed. So if I was doing this reading without connecting to them, it would mostly be my ego talking and trying to, you know, make sense of things, and not really, you know, it wouldn't be as good as if I connect to all of them, if I allow them to speak through me, to channel through me all of this information and this energy. So there is a difference between accessing that energy and believing it and feeling it, and just you being by yourself and trying to do things by yourself, and not allowing that other part to help you. So allow that part to help you, allow it to shine from you, allow it to come through you and shine it out to others. Again, your cup is gonna start overflowing. If it's not already, let others have some of your juices. Whatever those juices are, everyone's gonna have different ones. Some people are gonna be rich soon. Other people are gonna have a lot of free time soon. Others are gonna have a lot of love in them soon. A lot of love. You're gonna be feeling so much love. You're gonna want to share it with everyone around you and share it. Moonlit Dance is the last card I have here. Embrace your sense of adventure as you look at the promises that you've made yourself. Something that's coming through is like, forget all the promises you made for yourself. That is the ego talking. That is the ego making promises to the ego. What are you doing? This is not a child's game. You know, we're not playing. Take off your VR headset and realize that your sixth dimensional self is you, and you can, you know, make whatever you want happen. And that, you know, right now, even though you are still the sixth dimensional self, you are still unable to take off the VR headset. So it's about realizing that you have it on and that you don't have all the answers, and the things that you set for yourself, they might not really be important and might not be what you need. So allow that sixth-dimensional self, or that higher version of you, that higher self, to take more of the control and to guide you through and let you go where you need to go and dance through it. Dance through life. We started off this video talking about dance and we're ending it with dance. Life is a dance. It's a moving dance, and even walking can just be a dance if you look at it in a certain way. You are dancing through life. Well, you're stumbling through life when you set goals for yourself that might not really be important, but you're dancing when you're kind of allowing yourself to flow. Maybe setting some things that you might want, but not necessarily feeling like, if I don't get this, I'll be really angry. Like if I don't get that new house, I'll be really angry. Maybe you're not supposed to have that new house. Maybe you're supposed to go live, I don't know, on the sea in a houseboat or something. I don't know. Or you're supposed to be like one of those nomads. So don't get angry at yourself about things that you haven't accomplished or that you're not accomplishing, because maybe it's not something that you need to be accomplishing anyway. Allow yourself to dance and flow through life. Just let go, let go, let go, let go, let go. That's it. That is the message. This one was an amazing one, a crazy one, and such a long one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you made it this far, let me know in the comments. I'm curious if anyone made it this far. And I'm feeling a lot of love right now, so I want to send you all so much love and good energy. And I hope that you're going to feel it now, or at least tomorrow or in the next few days. And I hope that somehow your life can start becoming better after hearing all of this. I don't know why I'm feeling that, or like I should say that, but I'm saying it. Anyway, if you're interested in a personal reading, details of how you can contact me on my email are down below. And if you're interested in any kind of thing that if you have any suggestions on any videos that you want, or topics that you want me to cover, that's what I'm trying to say. Let me know in the comments, and yeah, like and subscribe, of course, if you haven't already, and I hope that you have a great day. Bye!